Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Mike the Reaper 86 here, and welcome back to March of Mario. I originally wanted to present a different game for you fine folks, but it just wasn't ready in time. The commentary is nowhere near complete, and there's a lot of chaos going on right now, as you may have noticed. But you don't want to hear me make excuses. You want to see me play some games, so we're going to play some Dr. Mario instead. I feel it's appropriate given the current events right now in the year 2020. There's a bit of a crisis going on, as you may well know, and I think we could all use a dose of Dr. Mario right now. And since I don't have time to pull out a whole new script, I'm going back to a live commentary format for this one, folks. But I'm terrible at improv, so I brought along someone to help. Would you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tavies Roger van der Weijden, a man whose first name can't be pronounced by my mother country and my last name can't be pronounced by anyone else, so I'm being doomed to be mispronounced for all eternity. You may know me from highly sought out internet fairs such as the International Moron Patrol, Sonic in Minutes cartoons, and Sonic Dissected, or something. So back to you, Mike.
Thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
Roger here is a great friend of mine. He's been a part of my life since around 2007. That's about 13 years now, and he's graciously agreed to be my co-host for this little project.
Yeah, time flies.
Indeed. So we're just going to relax and talk about the game. So let's start at the very beginning. Believe it or not, this puzzle game does actually have a story.
Really?
Yep. And I happen to have the original manual right here in front of me. So let's pull that up real quick. And here it is on page 3. My name is Dr. Mario. Hi, everybody! Hi, Dr. Mario! Couldn't resist.
Hi, Dr. Nag.
Hi, everybody! I'm a Mario. How's it going? Over the last few years, I've been involved in some pretty wild adventures. Now, believe it or not, I work in the virus research lab at the Mushroom Kingdom Hospital. Today, I'm about to begin my research as usual. Dr. Mario, something terrible has happened. What's wrong, Nurse Toadstool? One of the experiments has gone out of control. The viruses are spreading quickly. Oh, no! We have got to do something. I have just developed a new vitamin that should be able to take care of it. I sure hope this stuff works.
And the adventure starts. Wow, I'm surprised you could finish medical school with all the trouble they're usually in.
Must have been a slow year.
So,
Yeah, let's get this fine game started. Alright, so I'm going to start at medium speed, level 0, way down at the bottom there, and we'll just work our way up. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Alright. So, which music track are you feeling? Fever or chill?
Oh, I feel like a Disco Fever's coming, so get your groove on. Fever!
Chill it is.
Ah!
And I think we should change the palette to get that matched up.
Oh, nice.
Which one? Where is it? Oh, here it is. Dark blue. There we go. That looks cool. Pun entirely intended.
Alright.
Don't worry. If I lose, and I probably will eventually, we'll switch soundtracks.
Good, because I want a lot more energy. I got Disco Fever now, and I need Dr. Mario to cure me.
Fair enough. So Dr. Mario, for those who have been living under a rock for the past 30 years, is a stack-and-match falling block puzzle game, in the same vein as Tetris, Columns, Puyo Puyo, Bejeweled, Candy Crush, the list goes on.
Don't forget Timon and Pumbaa Jungle Games, my personal favorite.
Timon and Pumbaa, you say?
Yeah, it's a game from 1995 for the PC and Super Nintendo. Had a bunch of mini-games, including pinball and a Puyo Puyo clone. It's pretty awesome.
I didn't know such a game existed.
Well, now you know, I guess.
Bit of trivia there. I always liked those guys. I used to watch their cartoon on the Disney Afternoon.
Yeah, they were everywhere in the 90s. Everyone loved them. And even at their own movie.
That's right, Lion King 1.5. Awkward title, that.
It reminds me of my own movies with their weird titles.
Well, they work for the most part. I always remember them.
Ah, thanks. Guess I do something right. So So how does this game work exactly?
Well, the object of the game is to line up the megavitamins with the viruses to eliminate them. Matching
Right.
a column or row of 4 or more will destroy it. And that's pretty much it. Match pills, pop viruses, repeat.
Sound deceptively easy, though it's probably very difficult as you get further in the game.
Hmm.
So how come some blocks fall down and some stay up? That's kind of weird.
I'm glad you brought that up, actually. I should explain that real fast. Okay, so the thing is, the viruses, they levitate. But any unsupported megavitamin piece will drop down to the bottom of the jar.
Right.
Or at least until it hits something. It's one of the aspects of the game you can take advantage of to set up combos and the like.
All right. Very unique. I never saw another PoPo style game do that.
Ooh, that was a good combo right there. Speaking
yeah.
of combos. So I take it you're not as familiar with this game as I am.
No, not really. A friend of mine had it in the bathroom, so when I was there, I occasionally played it, but was never really good at it. Besides, I'm more of a Sega guy, so I grew up in a Sega Game Gear, and that's the Sega equivalent of this game, Columns. So it's more my jam.
Oh yeah, Columns. I used to play. I also used to play Columns. At a friend's house too, ironically enough. Well, a cousin technically, but you get the idea. The two terms aren't mutually exclusive.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, it was Columns 3: Revenge of Columns.
Oh, I love the music in that game.
Me too, me too. But there are some very embarrassing spelling errors in that game.
Oh, really? I don't recall.
Yeah, in the single-player campaign, there was some written dialogue.
Oh, was there?
Yep. You know, the single-player campaign where you advance through the pyramid and you fight different monsters, who of course challenge you to a game of columns.
Oh, and then the monsters spelled their threats wrongly. Poor monsters.
I think some of them might have, though I can't say for certain. I never got that far in the game.
Huh.
But the example I could think of, this is really embarrassing, it's right at the beginning of the game.
Oh,
Right in the intro.
That's sad.
Not a very good first impression. So ask yourself this. How do you spell the word pyramid correctly on one line, and then screw it up on the very next line?
Ah, I guess they were second guessing themselves.
There's no excuse for that. I mean, how do you mess that up?
Very sad, yeah. Oh well, I guess Sega saved their best translator for their RPGs or something.
Well, regardless of the category of the game, these are supposed to be linguistic experts who are localizing a game for a major video game company.
Right.
You had one job! One job!
Ah, poor guys. But then again, Sega was known around that time having awkward localization. I mean, it was around the time voice acting started to become relevant in video games, so they didn't really know how to do that. They often sent the Japanese directors to America to meddle with it. So that they had the voice actors say what the director had in their mind, which was often wrong. I guess Sonic Adventure 2 English, yes.
Yeah. Konnichiwa, my name is Sonic.
Exactly. Yeah, the Sonic Adventure 2 is well known for that. The Dr. Eggman says Yosh when he picks up Chow and all that.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yosh.
It's great.
Yosh.
Oh, well, he's talking to baby animals, so I guess you do talk like a little silly when you do
Right.
that.
Yeah, nonsense speak.
Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. How adorable. Oh, wow, level finished already. This game goes fast.
Yep.
But you're playing the Game Boy version, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Huh. So why aren't we playing the NES version?
A multitude of reasons, actually.
Oh, really?
I suppose the first major reason is that I actually prefer the Game Boy version.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, I think the music and sounds are better in this one.
Oh, really? Is that different? It's the same songs, right?
Yeah, it's the same songs, but the melodies are the same, but the sound font is different.
Alright.
And there's some other things that I really like about the Game Boy version. Like, for example, the jingles you get when you set up successful combos. That isn't in the NES version.
Oh, really? But that's some of the best parts. I love it when you get a nice, satisfying victory sound. Man, I wish real life had something like that. You're doing a boring chore and you get your yeah, 1,000 points. Good job, mate.
I think they call that concept gamification. Something that's working its way into education these days.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was a thing. Poor kids, as soon as they get out of school, they're gonna learn that the real world isn't as fun as a video game. No sound effects, no 1,000 points.
What? Life isn't a video game? This isn't what they taught me in school. Oh yeah, the combo right there. You heard the jingle, right?
Yeah.
Very satisfying.
Awesome.
As to why I'm playing Dr. Mario in general, I have a good reason for that too, and it's that this game is actually turning 30 this year. It's going to be 30 this summer.
Oh, nice. Wait, 30. So it was released in
1990, yeah.
So after Mario 3? Huh. Around Super Mario World. Oh, that's weird to think. It kind of plays and looks like one of those like launch titles for the NES,
yeah, even the NES version looked rather primitive.
Yeah, that surprises me. Gee.
It's easy to forget that games like Dr. Mario and Super Mario Land were a thing when Super Mario Bros. 3 were a thing. Or was a thing, I mean.
Yeah, it's kind of hard for us to keep track of the timeline, how it was like. It seems to kind of melt together. Then again, I wasn't super active in the gaming world back then yet. I was still only 5 years old or so.
Right.
Wasn't really on the nose with all the happenings yet. I love home. Hey, another level finished. Nice.
Yep.
I really love how derpy Mario looks, how he just chucks those pills right in the Petri dish. Not a care in the world.
Yep.
No medical precision at all. Just chuck them right in.
I guess that's my job as the player, to make sure that the pills go where they're supposed to. He's just throwing them in there and hoping it all takes care of itself.
Lazy jerk. And it's called after him, and we're doing all the work. Maybe we're actually not playing as Dr. Mario. Well, we aren't. Maybe we're playing as Nurse Peach. I mean, wasn't Nurse Peach Nurse Toadstool taking care of things?
That's an interesting theory.
So now we know what she's doing.
Theory. Thanks for watching.
Oh, are we finished yet? Probably not. Ah, that sound effect. I really love that animation. I was just chucking it. It kind of reminds me of Wario and Wario Land 3, where he also just kind of casually chucks enemies away.
Oh yeah, that's right. That single-handed pitch of his.
Maybe that's why they used Wario in Dr. Mario 64.
I'm not all that familiar with that game.
Nah, neither am I, but I investigated the story, just in case for a parody.
Right.
Very parody-friendly.
Well, that's interesting.
What happened?
Oh, no, I think, you got the idea of a parody in your head now.
Sadly, I do. So many parody
Sadly?
ideas.
It's a misfortune?
Yep, I'm cursed with too many good ideas. Yes. Hey, it keeps him busy.
Cursed with awesomeness, right? That's the old trope.
I guess blessed with suck, I think, is the trope, yeah.
I guess it depends on your point of view.
That's true. Oh, level almost finished. Wow. Level 6 already? Or level 5? Wow, this game goes by fast. It's just blazing... You're blazing through it.
Yeah, well, it may seem that way now, but as you progress through the game, the jar is filled with more and more viruses, and it takes longer and longer to eliminate them all.
Ah, that sucks. Oh man, I love those little icons of the viruses in the bottom, all panicking.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's getting challenging.
Yeah, if I can't fix that problem, then we're going to be back at the options screen.
I guess you're paralyzed from the left side. You can't really do anything on the left side.
Yeah. And like I promised, if I screw up and we go back to the options screen, I mean, sure, I could start at level 6 again, but I'm going to switch to the Fever soundtrack.
Ah, yes! Go die, 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 die! I want my awesome song.
Okay, I think I see a way to fix that. But I need a
No.
very specific... Oh, there it is.
Yeah, Mario's actually cooperative for once.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, I gotta build a stack underneath those gray viruses, and then I gotta get some gray ones, just one below it.
Huh.
But I can't lose sight of the rest of things. Because in case it isn't obvious, the longer you take in a stage, the faster it starts to get. The speed
yeah,
increases incrementally over time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if I
Oh
invert
man,
this...
glad you're playing this. Oh, I can't stand this. Very
The
nerve-wracking.
pressure! The pressure! It's not even me! There we go.
Whoa,
I
that's
fix.
a nice movement. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Now do that in an Elvis, Elvis
Oh yeah, an
impression.
Elvis impression. Thank you very much.
No, not too bad. Better than I could.
Hmm.
I love that the virus freaking out. Ah!
Another little detail that's worth mentioning. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a lot more personality than I remember. It's kind of fun. Well, of course, normally I'm playing the game and I'm not really paying attention to all the graphics. So
Right.
I guess that's a luxury
That's
I
the
have.
luxury you have as co-host.
Can enjoy all the funny animations.
Indeed. And as an animator, will find that especially amusing.
Definitely. Oh man, don't get me started on a Dr. Mario parody soon. Because yeah, like I said, I played Dr. Mario 64 and it's like filled with funny details. Just I love how when Wario actually takes Mario's magic medicine, he actually turns into a vampire. Like, Mario, what's in your medicine, dude? That doesn't look healthy at all.
I did hear about that. I don't know much about Dr. Mario 64, but that is one of the things I did see when I was doing a little bit of research on the Dr. Mario series in general.
And it's a lore and backstory.
There is a zombie Wario in his games. It's one of those temporary power-ups, in scare quotes there, power-ups that you get when you
Oh,
get
right,
hit
I
by
remember
certain
it.
enemies, and you could utilize it in certain ways. I think the zombie power-up lets you drop through floors.
That was the Game Boy Advance version, wasn't it? The game?
No, that sort of concept was actually introduced as early as the second Wario Land game, I want to say.
Huh. I'm not too familiar with all the Wario games, but yeah. I enjoyed the Game Boy Advance version. I love the graphics.
Wario Land 4, that's one of my personal favorites.
Very good one. Hey, wait a minute. Why doesn't the virus on the left not die yet? Oh, it's the...
I'm not sure what you mean. I'll have to look at the playback to
Oh,
figure
never
out what
mind.
you're talking about.
I thought it was a black virus. Never mind. I wasn't paying attention. At least I was paying attention. Well, the problem is the medicine, the spotted ones are more grayish, but with the virus it's really pure black and white. That's why I was kind of confused for a bit. So there's only three variants then. Black, white, and spotted gray.
Yep. What was it? The gray ones are the blue ones.
Right, in the NES version now.
Yeah, the red ones are now black, and the yellow ones are white, obviously.
Alright. Saved the day again.
Yes, I did.
Nice. And off we go again. But yeah, Doctor...
These jars are getting pretty full, I have to say. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you saying?
It's intimidating. Dr. Mario 64 is just endlessly amusing to me. It really reminds me of those silly Sonic games, how the story is really forced. Like
okay.
Mario and Wario just chasing each other on foot, and then they bump into like a forest creature, and then Mario immediately challenge him into this mini game. And I'm constantly wondering what is this supposed to be actually.
Yeah.
In a petri dish, but then in the context of a fight, it's really random.
I suppose it is.
Then again, it's very tough to write this into like an illogical story.
Oh, watch this.
Ooh, nice. That's some serious points. And there's our satisfying sound effect.
I thought I'd get the other jingle. I thought that would get me more bonus points than that. Oh well, I can't complain.
Of course, you can't complain. They robbed you of your beautiful sound effect. We already discussed how important a good sound effect is.
Only in the NES version. This version has all the sound effects I could ever want.
Nice. Yeah, it's kind of funny to hear how people find sound effects and music important. Like, I know people who played like Sega's Outrun a million times only just to listen to the music.
Well, I love video game music. As we've discussed many times in the past, I have a huge collection of it on my iPod Classic. Yes, I still use one. Because, gosh darn it, it's the best music player ever made. I wish Apple would make more of them. Are you listening, Apple, you stubborn people?
Darn right. And besides, you're listening to retro music, so only fitting that the system you use it on is also getting retro.
Yep.
All fits together.
Yeah, but Dr. Mario 64, I did look at some screenshots of the game. I mean, the visual style didn't look very impressive to me, especially for an N64 game.
Yeah, it is fun. Especially since Nintendo 64 doesn't have many 2D games, so it's kind of fun to see them tackle that art style for once.
Well, I thought the, I don't know if you heard me right just then, but I thought the visual style was kind of, well, I don't know, it just looked off to me.
Oh, right, yeah. Because they're on those blocks, you mean, that they're not freely animated, but it's kind of
It kind of looks like it's, in some of the screenshots to me look like everything was like supposed to be claymation or something. It's not the sort of style I associate with Mario. But maybe I'm misremembering. Wouldn't be the first time.
There was a claymation game on Nintendo 64, but also a fighting game.
Okay.
No, I think Dr. Mario 6. Maybe you saw the cover of Nintendo Power. They usually use the weird art styles.
Maybe. Oh, there's the alternate jingle. Yeah, there's even another one that if you could really pull off a crazy combo, it incorporates the Starman theme.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so we just made it past level 7. We're going to move on to level 8, but looking at my time here, I think we're over 20 minutes.
Should be. Time flies with this game.
Hmm.
Like a good Game Boy game should.
Indeed. Great time sink. Okay, well, you know what? Why don't we call this recording here for the moment?
Sure.
But don't fret, people. More are on the way, and yes, Roger will be joining me for those too.
Sure. See you next time.
Bye-bye, everyone. See you soon.